Hi, welcome to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. And I'm Dee, and I have a couple of my friends here. I actually have one of my old friends that she was missing in action last week, but she's here again, and that's Theda. Hi, Theda.
Hey, Dee.
How you doing?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm
Looking
great.
Looking great.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I think we're just doing this admiring of each other, you know, doing our goals and what have you, and just doing the right thing for us. So that's a real good thing, you know?
Yes.
And now we have a new friend. And actually, it's so funny that we both know him. He travels in our circles, you know? So
Yes.
I re-met him after meeting him originally about maybe a year and a half or so. And I ran into him more recently. And we just started talking, and he came on out and checked me out a little bit. And I said, well, come on. So hi, how you doing?
Hello and good evening, and thank you for having me on your show.
Well, thank you for coming
I'm sure it's
out.
going to be good.
Oh yeah, it's always good. Oh, I love people, so it's all good. And because it's passion, I always ask, what is your passion for life?
My passion is people. I enjoy helping people and what they want, which is mean I put them first, I put myself second,
Okay.
and this is the way the world go around.
Okay. Very good. Well, I know that you always are very personable with people, so that's how you meet people. You're out there and trying to share to help. And I know that you have shared a little bit with me. So in terms of what do you do exactly by helping people?
We know that dream come true. Now we need to dream. Along the history of the world, no one achieves his dream by himself.
Right.
He needs support with other people.
On the team.
So when you have a dream, you create a team that supports your dream.
Right.
And this is the way you make things happen. So I would like to be on your team and to help you to get what is that you want.
Okay, excellent. Well, I wish I had gotten a chance to really meet up with you, because we had a little challenge. I don't know whether it was just that we met each other and then we weren't able to really just, get there. I guess this was the time to get together now, so it was good, even though we met so long ago. But it was okay, because we re-met. So it was a reason for us to re-meet again.
Well, everything in life, it's for a reason. Everything that happened for a reason. And probably it wasn't the right time. When we met, we just got to know each other.
Right.
Yeah, and we got to meet the second time and to develop this kind of friendship.
Right, exactly. And it's all about friends, and working with your body and your mind and just trying to get the best out of life. So I know that you gave me some tips, and I was like, wow, okay, just to give me organization, because I said I had a little challenge here and there, and you're like, it's not, no problems, you can just work it out. And so you gave me a few tips, and so we're going to talk about that today, and
I would love that.
and talk about where you're at, how you got here. How did you get to meet, get to try to help people? Where did that come from?
I came to state in 1995.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where did
and
you come from?
I came from Israel.
Okay.
Right? It's kind of funny story. I was homeless
Really?
in Israel. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I got divorced and I give everything to my ex, and I just step out. And I was sleeping in my car for a few months.
Okay.
In Israel.
In Israel, right. And until I move here, I didn't even buy the ticket. I have brother that live here that he bought me a ticket to come here to state. Yeah. So I came to state in 1995, and my profession was an auto mechanic. That's
Okay.
what I did all my life.
Okay.
Yeah. And I find job very fast, place I can work and produce income to live and to pay my bill. And in January 2009 was the last month I was practiced as an auto mechanic.
Okay.
And what happened in 2008 when the economy started to nose down, start to go down, I got to feel pressure from the manager that I used to work in the repair shop, and I was asked to do something that against my belief, against who I am, and I wasn't comfortable of doing that.
Okay.
So he just let me go.
Okay.
Can you tell us what it was? Are you able to tell us what it was?
I mean, it's to make the number up.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're notorious for that, unfortunately.
And I never did that in my life, and I refused to do
Yeah.
that. And he said to me, well, you're going to make more money. I
Yeah.
said, well, you don't do me a favor. You give me more money, I'm just going to spend more. I'm not going to be rich from that. To
No.
be rich, there is different way to be rich. Well, today I know how is that work. Back then I didn't know. So I said, well, you can, you give me more money, you don't do me a favor. And 2009 came and I let go. I tried to work in some other place in my neighborhood and nobody want to hire me. I'm high in age.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to pay me for my expertise and nobody
Right.
want to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I reach a point that I don't want to work for nobody else anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I love people. I like to work with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, what I can combine together to work with people and create income.
Right.
So I stumble on coaching. I say, coaching, this is something that I can do.
So what's the coaching? Did you go to school for coaching?
Yes, I took a course online.
Mhm.
The school not even in state, it's in Australia.
Okay.
I did everything online,
Mm-hmm.
and I started to work with people. Yeah,
So
and
what was the coaching? What did it involve in terms of coaching? Because they have a lot of coaching now. You know, nutritional coaching or mind and body coaching. You know, so what did it actually?
Entail.
You know, what was the specifics of the coaching?
well, the way I see it,
Mhm.
because as you mentioned, there is a lot of coaches, and every coach have his own style.
Right.
My style is, I think I differentiate myself from other, which is, I listen to what you have to say, yeah, and I will support you in what you want. I don't give advice, and I don't tell people what to do. I don't believe that this is work. I believe when you have passion for something, yeah, your heart is there.
Right.
Yeah. You will do, it's like a hobby that you turn into profession.
Right.
Yeah. So when is that your hobby, you do whatever it take to make that happen.
Yes,
You're
true.
just looking for support from other people. And that's when I'm coming. I will be the person that will support you in what you want. It's
Right.
it's not my life, it's your life.
That's true.
My life, I mean, I recently find that out there is two most important day in a person's life. It's the day you're born and the day you discover why.
Okay.
Yeah.
The why
Why you're here.
here. Okay.
What is
Excellent.
that you do here? And
Okay.
that's, I find my day in 2009 when I quit as a auto mechanic
Mm-hmm.
and I became a coach. I see that I love what I'm doing.
Right.
And so far, I mean, I have come kind of success with that, with working with people.
Yeah. No. Well, I know what you had suggested I do. It made sense, and I can see where you have that expertise and that make people comfortable to just listen, because you have to listen, like you said. You have to find out where they're coming from, and give them what they need. Not even necessarily knowing what they need, but like let them think that you don't have you have a way of letting them know what they need without like telling them, but just making that suggestion. Yeah, it's like you're very comfortable.
I will look at it in a different way.
Right.
I mean, the universe, the world that we live in,
Mm-hmm.
give you the opportunity to take what you want.
Right.
I don't give you anything. You just take.
Take it.
Now, when you take, it's yours. Yeah? And you not violate any law. You not violate any other human being need or want or whatever you want to call it. Because when this is something in you, that's what you want to. You become creator.
Right.
You create something. Yeah. And you create something that other people can use it and enjoy it. So you can violate any other person need or want. You give them stage to come and show up in the world.
Right.
So it's not about what you need, it's what you want to take from the world.
Right.
Because everything exists. If you take it, it's yours. If you don't take it, somebody else will.
This is true. No, I understand that. That's
And
really cool.
with me, I give you insight.
Right.
I give you something to think about. You're going to take and you're going to move on what you like, what's comfortable to you.
Right.
This is the reason I don't give advice.
Right.
I give you, let's say you want to make more money.
Right.
So we talk about how people making money in this world. Yeah, and it's not a lot of way to make money, but when you follow, yeah, there's somebody already create that. And you need to follow his footsteps.
Right.
And you're going to get what you want. So I didn't discover anything. I just highlight that for you.
Right.
Now you're going to take the action step, not me. If I take the action step, I take the prize. You're left with nothing. When you take the action step, you take the prize.
Right. Okay. No, makes sense. You do make sense. How long ago did you take the course and start
I started in 2009.
practicing? Okay.
Yeah, and so far it's worked for me.
How long was the course for?
The course is unlimited in time. Today they limit the time that you can be because they sell more and more courses. So they want you to buy more and more. So they limit the time. I think today is for 2 years. Yeah, and after 2 years you're out, and
Is it a university or a accredited school?
it's not credited school. There is not in any place in the world there is no guideline how coaching is supposed to be. Yeah, they didn't develop that yet. So you have no credit. It's you in the world. You go out, you talk to people. If people gonna feel good about what you do, yeah, they're gonna hire you. If they're not feeling good about you, they're not gonna hire you.
Right.
So when you talk about logic and common sense, it doesn't work.
Right.
Logic and common sense doesn't work. Feeling work.
Right.
When you
Good
feel,
feeling. Yeah.
you're gonna do something.
This is very true. Very
Yeah.
true.
And that's what moved the world.
I believe in feelings. Actually, we had a young lady on a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I'm all about the feeling. It's what's inside. I can't. People say, well, what is this? What is that? I don't know, but it's just my feeling. I can't express certain things. It's just how I know it's good, and I know it makes me feel good. So to express some negativity, I don't want negativity. I want all positive around me. So I know that when it's positive, it feels good, and I'm going to feel good, so I don't have to get like crazy. But when negative come around, let me just say bye-bye. I don't want you around me at this point. So we're just going to put you over there, and we're just going to deal with the positive folks. So that's why, you. And it
I'm
makes sense.
I'm smile because I have a different view on that. We hear that all the time, that
Right.
there is negative people and I don't want to be around them. I saw it a little bit different.
Okay.
I said there is no negative people.
Okay.
Okay.
What we call is there are many people that they know what they don't want. So when they know what they don't want, to you it comes negative. Yeah, but they don't want to see bad relationships. They don't want to see bad kids. They don't want to see death. They don't want to see all kind of things. And they say it out loud. I don't know. I don't want it. Yeah. So because they disagree with your way of looking things, they become negative. They're not negative. They know they're expert in what they don't want. Your job is to convert them to see the other side. There is something that you want. What is that? Now he need to trust you to let you know. Because if you don't trust you, he's not going to share what he's feeling inside, what he's thinking inside with you. It's a matter of trust.
No, I understand. Well, I understand what you're saying, that in terms of when you're trying to make a relationship or what have you, that you're going to help them see that necessarily is not necessarily is the negativity. You're going to bring the positive out of the negative. Is that basically what you're trying to say?
Not exactly. I
Not
tell you
exactly.
how I see that.
Okay.
And I said it. If I want to change the way you're thinking, it's very hard job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to change the way you think. But see what happened when I change the way you feel. You change your thinking.
This
I
is
don't
true.
work hard. It's very simple.
That's
It's
true.
very easy. So, and we operate from feeling,
This is
feeling
true.
and emotion.
This is
So
true.
if I change the way you feel,
Yeah.
you automatically change the way you think. Now the key is if you're going to do the work that's going to take you where you want to go.
Right. Okay. So, thing is, because since you're working with so many different people, okay, and because you have that real positive attitude, and you have to embrace all types of people, because you're going to encounter, and you never know who you're going to be working with, and then when you start working with that person, they may be in a different frame of mind. So now you're just going to have that, try to help them get a different feeling. But, I was just talking about, like sometimes you have family members or what have you that are a little challenged, and the negativity comes creeping in. I guess it would help. And
To change their feelings.
yeah, to help their feelings. So I have to look at that and see maybe that will help me with some of my folks, so that I don't have such challenges, later on. Maybe we can have a better feeling about each other, But we're going to talk about that in a few minutes,
Okay.
because we're going to have to take a commercial. So we'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
After all the candles are blown out, after the last toast of the night, Cambridge paving stones with ArmorTech stand the test of time. Beautifully designed, built to last. Only Cambridge paving stones have ArmorTech, our unique process that produces a rich, distinctive color. Create your own memories with Cambridge paving stones. Visit CambridgePavers.com.
Cambridge paving stones with ArmorTech will always look like new.
Stop the truck! Stop the truck! Please. Thank you.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with your one and only Madhouse TV. You are the man.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
Welcome back to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. And we're here with Haim and Theta, and we're talking about...
I was asking Chaim during the break, what was the breakthrough that you shared with Dee that gave her her aha moment that you helped her with?
Okay. The biggest obstacle that people have, yeah, is the time management.
Yeah, I have the problems, same problems.
First, I will tell you this is not a problem; it's a challenge. So don't
That's
call
what he
it as a
told me.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah. When you call thing a problem, whatever, a problem is somebody created and someone to blame, and you don't want to go there.
Okay.
Now, how to manage time much better? You need to know how you spend your time, and nobody can tell you that. Now, along the history of the world, nobody know how to manage time unless you break it into tasks. Now, when you have task, now you give time. How long you're going to do this task? And to break it into task, You just need to know how your time go from the time you wake up in the morning until the time you go to sleep. So you manage, you write with no judgment your exact activity from the morning that you wake up until the time you go to sleep. With no judgment, you just time. I wake up at 7 until 7:15, 7:30, that's what I did. From 7:30 to 8:30, that's what I did, and so on and so forth, the whole day. After 2 weeks, you start to see some pattern going on. There is routine that you do every day, and there's sporadic. That what's came in the moment, that's what you do. Now, to be active and to be productive, you need to know where is your time that you're producing. And you give the good portion of time there when you proactive, when you're producing. The rest of the time is kind of time that go waste for no value. Yeah? There is all kind of now when you break it into tasks, so there is tasks that you can touch, which is mean if you wake up in the morning and you need to eat breakfast, that's what you have to do. Yeah. Now there is time that you open the internet to find the email, what you got through the night or from yesterday. How much time you want to give to that? 1 hour, hour and a half, 2 hours? You decide. Nobody can tell you how much. Yeah. Now, if it's not and you need to have very high discipline, because if you say from 8 to 9, I'm going to open the email. When 9 o'clock came, you need to get up, go to the next task. Now you can say not you multitask.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
When
it's
you
still
break it in-
challenging, though.
Well, this is a habit that you
Yeah.
need to change.
Right.
You change your habit. You don't change the time.
Right. Well, I know that with myself, I have to get into starting to write it down. That's the beginning, because you told me how to do it, but I haven't done it yet. So now I have to time manage so that I can start doing that. It's just because it's been very challenging because I'm right now still out of work. So my time is so erratic. So if I do like I went out and then I ended up waking up really late, and so then it's like everything's kind of crazy. So now I'm going to hopefully tomorrow start from like Saturday to Saturday, and then in the next 2 weeks then I'm going to start writing it down, have my journal, because you have to have a journal, and then you need to actually have it close to you. So it's a little challenging, so I have to learn what to do.
It's a habit.
Yeah.
It's a habit. Now we have a good habit. We have a bad habit. What is a habit?
Right.
A habit, you're on autopilot. You don't think.
Right.
Now, when you start to think, now there is many things that came up, which is this the only way? There is another way? I can do it in a different way?
Right.
You see how many things came. On the most part, people don't like to think. They like when someone else
Thanks for them.
think for them and give them the guideline and they just follow.
That's like employees and employers.
Well, that's why we don't want to be there. We want to get out of that, We want to be able to have our own. So, like, Chaim decided to do something, have his own, and that's why you decided to do the coaching, and apparently you like people too.
You must like people,
Right.
because your job is with people. As I mentioned in the beginning, you have a dream, and
Right.
to achieve your dream, you need to build a team that support what you want. To build a team, it's people involved.
Right,
It's
exactly.
people that are going to support you and help you.
Right.
If you can manage by yourself, God bless, go do it.
But it's very
You
hard
can't.
to do it by yourself, and we
There's
all know
nobody
that.
along
Yeah.
the history make
Yeah.
it by himself.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you learning how to interact and have these relationships with people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing. So I know that just going to coaching school, or you got a certificate or whatever it was that they gave you, that didn't really give you all the tools to learn how to interact. You had some of those, well, because you were a mechanic, I guess that helped, teaching you how to interact with people. But where did you get those skills?
You invest in yourself every day. You don't stop learning. You stop learning when you stop reading.
Right.
Yeah, you learn every day. Now, when you invest in yourself, it will come out as a knowledge. You take information and you process that in your mind to have knowledge. Now you use it. Now you have power.
Right.
Yeah. Now, this is the process to become good at what you do. When you put information in non-stop, there is endless.
So, with your coaching, do you have other people that are you mentoring, or are you doing this by yourself, basically, or how are you?
It's very hard because every coach have his own style. Yeah, I have my own style to do things. I would like to cooperate with other coaches to create kind of firm. Like there is lawyer. Every lawyer has his own style, how he run his business.
Right.
So it's a coaches is the same thing. Yeah.
Because basically you're giving people the skills that they may lack, or the like so that they can just perform as well as they can. Like a lot of times we talk in our on this show basically about health and wellness. So we're trying to give them the skills, to the education, the knowledge, to just be able to have the best integrity in life. Because right now people are having challenges just with foods and what they're putting in, the pharmaceuticals and all that kind of stuff. So you're basically dealing with their mind and helping, their feelings and trying to just, you have a different life. It's a life coaching thing, yeah.
Basically, our life built from experience. More experience we have, more stuff we know.
Right.
Yeah. So to get experience, you need to try things or to go through things to get the experience. I can give you I can share with you my experience.
Right.
But you don't have the feeling. Yeah, you're gonna have information.
Right.
If you want to turn it to knowledge, you need to try it to yourself.
Right.
How is that feel for you? What it feel for me, it's different what it's gonna feel for you.
Right.
So you need to try it, yeah, to see how is that working for you. This is the experience that you get. Now, when you get experience, you can share it with others. Yeah, but what you need to share is convince them they need to get their experience, which is mean that's what I did. That's what worked for me. Yeah, I recommend that you try it. I will support you along the process. That's what I do as a coach. I don't tell you what to do. I don't tell you how to do it.
Right.
I will go along the way you're comfortable of doing that.
You just give the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I give you the tool, but you're going to use it. Even when you start to drive, you don't know how. You can see million drivers. If you don't feel it, you don't know how to drive.
Right.
It's not enough to see. You need to feel.
Yes, definitely. No, I believe in feelings, and it's usually men don't usually have that
This
feeling.
is not true.
I'm sorry. Most
They usually
men,
think with their brains.
yeah, it's a whole different. So it's kind of refreshing to have a man to have realize that feelings are very important in relationships. So that's that's really cool.
This is not true. I tell you why. Yeah, we process information a little bit different, male and female. We process information differently.
Right.
For instance, a female, she processes the information, she justify it by feeling and emotion. Yeah, men do the same thing. We process information through feeling. We justify it in logic and common sense. So for you, it's I don't use feeling. But this is
Okay.
the way we process information. We justify it with logic. We justify it with common sense. But feeling moving us. Without feeling, I'm not going to do anything. So we may not talking about feeling, but we use them. Female express them more than men.
Yes,
That's definite.
without a doubt.
But no person in the world can operate with no feeling.
No,
Now you're
this
talking
is
to
true,
me.
but men
we're not
generally
taught.
do not talk about feelings.
Right.
Men,
That's what they
you know,
say.
To express
yeah.
it.
That's what I mentioned. We justified what we do in logic and common sense.
Understand that, but the thing is, you being a man, it's just rare that
You're
that
open
you
with
are
your
open to
feelings.
the feelings. Yeah, exactly. You know, that you actually put it into feelings.
Right.
That's cool. You know.
And talk about it. 'cause
Because
Yeah.
I know how is that work.
Right.
Yeah, so this is the way it's work. You can deny it. You feel it. If you don't feel it, if I punch you, you have to feel it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
you react differently, but you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's very interesting, you know. And so you do enjoy what you're doing.
I love
Love
what I
it.
do.
Yes.
I love it.
And that's what you have to do. You know, you want to be able to really enjoy what you're doing. You know.
It's hard. If you can be your best, yeah, if you don't have the love for what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amen.
You go to work from 9 to 5. You're waiting for 5 to 5 to go home. You don't have to do what you do. You just go there to get the check. This is the way you produce income. Yeah. And what we're looking all the time how to produce income in what way. Yeah. So majority of people they go to work for 9 to 5 to produce income.
Right.
Now this, when you find something that you're passionate about, now the money comes secondary. The money comes second. It's side effect to what you do. You become so good at what you do that some people are willing to pay you and pay you good money, yeah, because you do your best and they feel it.
Right.
Right.
They feel it
Right.
because this you can't deny it. When we talk, when I talk, you talk, everybody talk. We share feeling.
Right.
Right.
It came through tonality. Yeah, because when we communicate, there is three ways that came in place when we communicate.
Right.
Yeah, there is body language, there is tonality, and there is the word that we use. Now, a lot of time, the feeling is that you feel through tonality, where you put the intonation between word or in the sentence. That can change the feeling. That can change the whole sentence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What-
Yeah, most definitely.
Interpretations and what
Right.
have you.
Right.
Yeah, without a doubt. And so you're saying that you learned how to read people very well. Is that also what's going on?
I teach myself. I take all kind of information to help me out, to know how to read people, to read in between the line, to learn how they communicate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If I want to help you, in many cases, you're not going to tell me everything. I
Right.
need to
Right.
find out.
Right.
Right.
So I read in between the line. I see how your body,
Languages.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
our body
Reacting.
speak non-stop.
Yeah.
And 55% from every communication is body.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. So through your body, I know a lot of time how you're feeling. Yeah. If you listen to me, sometimes you don't even listen. Yeah.
Yeah. A
I
lot
know
of
that
people.
through the way you're sitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
So,
find out.
what am I
I'm not
feeling
expert
here?
on that, but I learn.
I'm interested. So what am I feeling?
What do you feeling? It's very hard when you sit on both sides. I need to shift. Yeah. But when we sit against each other, it's easier for me
To
So-
tell.
right to
Okay.
find out more.
Okay.
Yeah. And 38% from every communication is tonality. It's not what you say, it's the way you say it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say amen to that, you know, for sure. Because when you have arguments with your husband, your spouse, or what have you, it is. Well,
How
you
it's
really not
said.
listening, or you may just you didn't have to say it like that and what have you. So you're absolutely correct about, that for sure, because I know marriage is challenging when we have to remember, because we don't have to take a commercial, but it is definitely challenging. So we're going to talk more about donations and what have you. Okay, so remember. So we'll be right back. Okay.
$1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the majority of cases aren't reported to the police. Most people who are in an abusive relationship don't even know they're in one. The truth is, all abusive relationships boil down to one thing: control.
How do you like it? My new dress.
Are you out of your mind? You look like a prostitute. We're not going out with you dressed up like that in public.
But what am I supposed to wear?
Wear something decent. You can't wear that out in public. We're going to be late. Get back in there and pick a different outfit. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Please be ready, okay?
Fine, I'll change. Fine.
Abuse is not always physical, leaving wounds that are visible on the outside. Emotional abuse is just as painful, only these wounds are hidden on the inside.
Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. You look like a prostitute.
Know that abuse is abuse, no matter what the form.
Look at me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Physical abuse scars the body.
I just want him to love me.
But mental abuse scars the mind.
What you just saw was an example of a relationship that is emotionally abusive. Nobody has the right to tell you how to dress or how to act. If someone really cares for you, they won't tear you down. They will build you up.
How do you like it?
Wow. You look great. Fantastic. But then again, you look great all the time.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd like it. It's my new dress. I bought it just so we could go out tonight.
You look stunning.
Thank you. But I think I'm going to take a sweater just in case it gets cold tonight.
Great idea. I'm going to take one too. Let's go.
All relationships are not perfect, but a healthy relationship is when two people bring out the best in each other and have each other's good in mind. Take your time to know someone instead of rushing into something. It is better not to involve yourself with an abusive person than to try and get out of a domestic violence situation.
If someone is abusive to you and you need help, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. They have highly trained experts available 24/7 who will speak with you confidentially and offer information regarding the unhealthy aspects of your relationship, resources, or immediate support for victims to find safety and live lives free of abuse. Domestic violence affects us all.
It affects us all.
Nos afecta a todos.
It affects us all.
모두에게 영향을 줍니다.
Che ci ricarte tutte.
It affects us all.
Domestic violence.
I think this is a good time to tell you. You're doing okay, Mom. call you Mom, right? I know we haven't known each other very long, but you seem like a real keeper. You're not perfect. There was that strained carrots incident, but you're trying. You pick up my bottle every time I toss it out of my stroller. That's high comedy to an 8-month-old. You hum the Barber of Seville when you wash my hair. So cool. And your rub-downs are out of this world. Anyway, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. You know, right? How much I love you? You're doing okay, Mom.
Stretching under sedation, or manipulation under anesthesia, is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
You know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you, plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
Welcome back to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends, and time is just going fast again, like it always does. But of course, we're just going to have to invite you out again, for another.
I would love to come.
Continue. Oh, good. But we're going to talk about tonation and how we were talking about that in terms of how you have to express yourself to people, and it is very important. If you're a certain way with somebody, they will, may be taken back. So that's what you mean by tonation, or how you...
Tonation is where you put the tonation in the word. Let's put it this way. I say, I love you. Mm-hmm. See how we sound different when we say, I love you. Mm-hmm. You see where I put the intonation?
Right.
I love you. Mm-hmm. You see where I put the intonation?
Right.
It's a different meaning.
Right.
So when you put it in a sentence, you get different meaning.
This is true.
And it's a different feeling. You feel different.
Yes.
Now we go back to feeling.
Right.
Yeah. So you feel that.
Yeah. Feeling is important, you know?
When you're good in intonation, usually people go to Hollywood. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because if you can change your personality on a dime, that's what they're looking for.
Right. Yeah, we're going to work on that. We're all going to be in Hollywood or something. But the thing is, and you have to really do enjoy. I love what we're doing. That's why my show, actually, I when I first got into this, I didn't know whether I could do this or not. I was scared, and I stepped out of my comfort zone. But the thing is, when I did it, and all of a sudden you just get used to it, and you're like, wow, this is actually really cool. And I actually had asked my friends, what should I name this show? and they knew the way I was, my passion was so much there.
Mhm.
So they were like, passion, passion for health, passion for life or living or whatever. And so finally, actually, a young man I ran into at a health fair, and he was a young person, and I like young people because they're freshness. Yeah, they just give it a different perspective, and they were like life because it's short, because they don't want it too long or what have you. So they were like passion for life. So I was like, okay, cool. So that's how we went, and because of my passion. So I know you have your passion, and at this point, and just to meeting people and sharing and helping, and that's really cool, And we all have that same type, and even your wife, who wouldn't come on stage with us, she has that passion too, because she's in the health field and she's sharing and she's helping people, have the best life as possible. So we're all there trying to help people, just with their body, with their mind, to just bring it
actually, we
together.
don't try, we do.
Yes, we're doing.
Sometimes,
You're right.
at times we do better job than the other.
This is true. This is true.
Agreed.
So to be on your best, you need to have the most knowledge, the most information that you turn into knowledge, that you can share it with others.
Yeah.
So you invest in yourself all the time.
Exactly. Well, that's it. We have been doing a lot of studying now with this show, learning so much, because it's important to get this out there. We have the venue to get it out to people so that they can, have that best quality of life. And so you meeting people and you coming on our show and sharing a part of yourself and what coaching is, because coaching, I think it's relatively new. Before you went to the psychologist or the psychiatrist,
Just renamed it,
yeah,
and we all did.
well, no, but now it's people getting together and helping people just obtain their goals and getting those skills that they need to get to that next level, and that's really cool. That because there's so many things out there, and you don't know how to get to it.
I think more and more people are becoming aware that they need help, whereas before they didn't. And then there's more avenues that people need a coach to get to. That's what I think.
I mean, I would tweak it a little bit, which is people want to be helped. Yeah, but they want to be also mentored. They also look for somebody to support what they think. Because we have the friend and family around us. They want to protect us. So they tell us what's wrong in everything. It's not because they don't want us to succeed. They want to protect us.
Right.
But we don't feel right when we hear that.
Right.
So I don't want to hear that. Yeah, because I have my dream and I want to go for it.
Right.
And all of you took me out.
Yeah.
So me as a coach, the opposite guy. I come and I talk you in.
Right.
If it's that what you want to achieve in your life, I will help you.
Right.
Yeah. I will be with you. I will hold your back that you don't step back for.
Right.
Yeah, you're going back. Now you mentioned that this is up and coming as a skill, as a business, as a coaching. And I was asked one time, what the difference between you and therapist? Because you basically do the same thing.
Right, yeah.
Right? I said, well, if there is a thin line between me and therapist, which is, I don't have a couch that you come and cry. I'm working on your future, so I'm going to make you smile.
This is true. And you know what? We're using Coach in our nutrition journey, because it's different journeys out here that you're dealing with. And so right now, Theda and I had a coach, and I still am working with the coach to help me with my nutritional, with our nutritional health and wellness. And so it's so many aspects of coaching, so you can work with your mind, your body, and actually your exterior, interior, what have you. There's so many different aspects of coaching, which is amazing. But of course, we didn't know about coaching when we were younger. You know, and like you're saying, the therapist, and there is that thin line. But I like the way you say that it's just how you're making that positive, you know, and it's not you're going to the future. And that's really cool. I like that.
I see that in that aspect, which is the rest of our life going to be in the future. Right? Now it's up to you to make the change. If you want to achieve something, you need to start now, which I mean right now, to start to take the step toward where you want to go, to make the change in your life, to make the change in what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're not going to start now, when are you going to start? You can. You talk about that you like to be around young people, and there is reason for that.
Right.
We as an adult, we all the time before we move forward, we're looking back. What happened in the past that's going to give us some indication how it's going to play out in the future. Young people, they don't have past. They have only future, which is mean they're looking to experience everything. Yeah. So it's experience.
Right.
Yeah. So they're looking forward all the time. Let me try it. Let me see how it's going to work for me, because I don't know. I never did it in my life, and my life was short. I just started my life.
Right.
And grown up, look at that differently. Oh, I did many things in my life, and I know what's work, what doesn't work. It does, but they don't look what they can do. They know what they didn't do.
Well, see, I guess that's why my attitude is not in the past. I'm thinking always where I can go to the future, and that's a little different for. I guess that's why I like to hang out with my young folks, you know, because I do realize that life is just for living, you know. So we only have about maybe 2 more minutes. So you got to get, you know, how they can get in they can get in contact with you. Give some websites or whatever, telephone number, you know.
There's wellnessandsuccesscoach.com. This is my website. My number is 516-424-6289. It's my number. You can reach me, and I'm in many places, and I would love to sit down and talk to you and take it from there.
Okay, cool. So that's Haim. His name is Haim. Do you have a last name? Or you just go by Haim?
Ohayon. I don't use that, but
okay.
I have.
Because when I saw the card, I said, and you kind of changed a little, and I know I changed a little bit. So when I saw you and I saw the card, I said, I know you. And and he was sitting right next to me, so it was so funny. But you never know, you know, who you're going to run into.
It's not that really you never know. If you change it, you need to come to the world with intention.
Yes.
So when you say, I never know, it's no intention. You leave something in the air.
Okay.
So when you come with intention, that's what I want to create. That's what I bring to the table.
Okay. Well, I know I intended to go and meet some new people, and I met an old friend, and that was really cool. So we're wrapping up another show, and definitely you'll have to come back and, you know, make some arrangements. And thank you for coming out, and really appreciate your insight. And Theda, again, thank you for being here, and, you know, I don't know, some people say road dog, but you have been very dependable, and I really appreciate it. And we'll be back next week, and please come and share some more great information and some more of our passion. So we'll see you next week. Have a real great weekend. Take care.